Hey, everyone. Thank you. And I appreciate you so much for joining us tonight. We are doing our pre challenge kickoff party, and I'm just super excited. So go ahead, grab you a glass of wine, just relax. This is going to be super informal and just really giving you some information in the overview of today. Okay. If you are new to me, I am Nikki Connor and I'm the CEO and I am the founder as well of Package Your Profit. And we help coaches and consultants launch their gifts to the world utilizing digital products. And what we do is we offer full service launch support for coaches and consultants. And we have over the past 2 years, y'all ready? Over the past 2 years, we have helped over $2.5 million in sales through challenges and webinars, through launch events from our clients. And I'm super excited because, you know, creating challenges, right, is part of what we do. So this is the Get Paid to Launch Challenge, and we're going to be focusing on ways for you to get paid for your expertise in what you do. You already have your skill set. You already know what it is that you do. Chances are your offer is already making sales, but you just want to add a challenge in there, right? You want to add a different launch event so that you can increase your engagement and get paid. And so today I just want to talk about the purposes of the challenge, like what is a challenge and how we can definitely assist you on this journey. All right. And during this process, we definitely can answer questions. So feel free to answer questions. I will honestly, um, I will honestly answer questions afterwards in the chat. Um, that way I can personally respond to every individual ones because I'm going to be sharing my screen and then I'm also going to be talking as well. And so it may be a bit of a challenge to um, be able to do both. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start a little bit with my story and who I am. All right. And let's go ahead and go to, um, let me go ahead and share this. All right, I'm trying to share the screen. Let's see. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, so let me go ahead and share the screen. By the way, if you are here joining us, go ahead and let me know where you are from, where you are tuning in from, what city and state. Super excited to be doing this challenge. The last time we did it, we had some amazing results. And just super excited off of the connections that we have made during the process. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. Perfect. If you can see my screen, go ahead and comment in the chat below. Let me know that you can see who I am. You should be able to see that below, or you should be able to see that on the side. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this part here. So, very first thing is, who am I? I'm Nikki Connor. I'm the CEO and founder of Package Your Profit. And I already explained, we help coaches and consultants launch their digital products to the world. And it's really just launching it like their gifts, right? And so utilizing digital products as a way of reaching their audience. My story, I was laid off as a nurse. I was homeless, y'all. Like I literally started my business homeless. And I remember going home when I was laid off as a nurse. And I said, you know what? Screw this. I am going to go all in and do this business. I am going to draw a line in the sand and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it work regardless, no matter what. Right. And so I told my boyfriend this. And at the time, he told me that he wanted me to basically leave, right? He was like, either you do this nursing thing, right? You follow this vision that I have of you, or you leave. And so I decided to go sleep in my car. And so this is literally the car that I started from um when I started my business, my coaching business, right? And I literally built my business from my car. I ended up going on to earning six figures, and things started going really, really well, right? I was not expecting for it to grow as fast as it did, for it to go as rapidly as it did, but I ended up going all in and having the success within my business. But then I easily began to get burnt out, right? If you are burnt out from doing all the things and trying to figure it all out, go ahead and drop a one in the chat, right? Go ahead and drop a one if you are burnt out from doing all the things right now, right? Trying to keep it all afloat, following up manually, sending out emails manually, the business depending all on you, and then you completely lose it all when it's time for you to pivot. Like, drop a one in the chat if you are just burnt out, right? I've been there, right? This is me as a nurse, burnt out as well. Here I am burnt out, going out looking for a job because, I made six figures, but then when, things change in the market, right? Drop a two in the chat if things change for you in COVID and you're still trying to grasp, how am I going to get my message out, right? Drop a two in the chat if you're just trying to figure it out. Like, how am I going to piece this all together? Now, drop a three in the chat if you were very successful before COVID and then during COVID, it became a challenge. Drop a three in the chat if things were not a challenge before and then they became a challenge later. All right. So my story, I ended up creating the Freedom Framework, which I teach inside of the Coaches Lounge. And we have generated, oh my gosh, the last time I did this challenge, we had 750,000 in launches that we had assisted clients in, and we had one client have over 1.5 million in her launch. And so that is actually what brought us to over 2.5, hers, and then a few other launches that we were doing at the time. So we have helped way more than this. I've also been featured in the Success magazine with Denzel Washington for my success in my business as well. Recently, last June, we got the Tsp Six Figure Awards. So if you're not familiar with traffic, sales, and profit, shout out to Lamar and Ronnie. And it is an amazing community that helps Black businesses. And so they reward us for doing what we're already doing in our businesses. And yeah, so why you are here, you have been trying to figure it all out, right, on your own, right? And you must focus on your gift, right? You are a magnet, and people, and you have and you have people, right? But you just desire to level up your client experience. You desire to get more enrollments in your course, inside of your course that you currently have. Drop a five in the chat if you know that you are here because you want to increase your enrollments and level up the engagement that you have regarding your course. Drop a one in the or drop a five in the chat if that is you. Right? Drop a five in the chat. And so that's the purpose of the challenge, right? That's the reason why we created the Get Paid to Launch challenge. And it's a 5-day challenge where we are going to go over different things. And I'm going to go over the agenda briefly right now, okay? Let me go ahead and share my screen again. All right, so welcome to Get Paid to Launch challenge, right? Who this is for. So this is for coaches and consultants who have a digital product, right, that they are wanting to launch, or they've already launched, to be honest with you, if they've already launched or if they want to launch a new product, right? The biggest thing is really knowing what your expertise is, what it is that you want to launch, right? We're not here to piece everything all together. We're here to take that idea that you already have, get it out of ideation mode, and actually launch it forward imperfectly, right? Your first launch that you do is going to be raggedy. It is going to be raggedy. And it's okay, right? We're a full service launch agency. And every time we launch a new product, right, it's not perfect. It's not always perfect when we first start doing it. Right. Last time, I don't know if you were in the last challenge that we did, but we didn't even have slides. Right. It was just me just showing up on the screen, and I didn't have an outline. But what my team did was they went back, they listened to the videos, and we pulled our slides from it. That's it. That's all you got to do is keep working on improving. So I want to encourage you, if you have that perfection syndrome, get that out of your head and just show up. Because there are people that are showing up that don't even have it together, that don't even know what they're talking about, and they're showing up and they're getting paid for it. Meanwhile, you have the skill set, you have the knowledge, you have what can provide them the transformation, and you're not showing up because you're focused on being perfect, right? I feel like a lot of times people get stuck in the perfectionism because they are quick to judge others, right? So get out of judging others, get out of judging yourself, right? And free yourself just to show up. So I want to talk to you about what is a challenge, right? So a challenge is a series of days where you go through and you target a specific area for your clients, right? And a challenge does one of three things. One is it positions you as an expert in the marketplace, right? It allows you to show up as who you are to be able to serve your clients. Number two is it identifies who you want to work with and who you don't want to work with, right? During the challenge, people can see how you work and if you're a great fit for them and if they are a great fit for you. Do not be afraid to have a challenge and notice that somebody's in the audience that is not a great fit for you. Do not take their card. Do not be afraid to say, you know what, I don't think this is the best fit for you right now at this moment. It's okay, right? Um, and then number three, what the challenge also does is it overcomes limiting beliefs as to, oh, well, I don't know if that's really for me, right? I don't know if I can do that, right? It really helps them with painting the picture that they can do it, right? Really, number three should be number one because the whole purpose of a launch is really to overcome those objections and those self-defeating thoughts that your clients have. Okay. So day one, we're going to be going over mindset, right? As I talked about those self-defeating thoughts that the clients have. So I want to talk to you about, your mindset on day one. So tomorrow morning, be here at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You do not want to be late. You do not want to miss this. This is going to be the valuable content, and we're going to hash out those mindset because if we do a challenge, right? I'm going to be real with you. I have clients that literally have identical products. Their products are exactly the same. Exactly the same. One client is charging $7,000 for it. Another one is charging, I don't know, $997 for it. I even saw her go down to like 200 and something for the offer, right? And same offer, very, very similar offer. I looked in and out on the scope of the offer, but two different mindset beliefs. So if you don't believe that you can have access to wealth, there's nothing that I could do for you as a coach. And there's nothing that any coach can do for you if you do not believe that you can, right? And so tap into the limitless possibilities, right? That there's a limitless of possibilities that you can actually acquire, right? No matter what, just show up and make it happen. If you are showing up today, make that commitment. Draw a line in the sand, right? Draw a line in the sand and just say, you know what, no matter what, I'm going to continue and I'm going to finish this. Because here's the thing. You're going to want to go out there and have clients and get clients that actually complete what you're giving them. You're going to want them to complete your course. You're going to want them to do the work. But how are you expecting them to do the work when you're not doing the work, right? Day two, we're going to go over strategy for your challenge, right? So what is the strategy for your challenge, right? How are you going to launch your challenge? You need to get clear on who you serve and what you do, right? So understanding who are you serving? What is the end result of your challenge? That is something that you need to be taken into consideration. Who are you going to partner with platforms? The last time we did this challenge, there were some amazing partnerships that were formed, right? Don't be afraid to connect with people who are in the same industry as you. Y'all might serve 5 different people, and that's okay. That's totally okay. I have coaches that are inside of our coaches lounge that literally do the same exact thing that we do. They are great in a specific area. And I'm like, hey, sis, can you come in our thing and I'll pay you to coach here, right? And coach on this. And she's phenomenal with it, right? Shout out to Sade at Why I Do. She is actually one of our coaches. And so it's okay. Day 3, we're going to talk about challenge framework, right? So what is a framework that you need to be going through? What does your days look like? And if you have not already gotten the VIP success kit, you are going to want to make sure that you have this. You're going to want to make sure that you have the VIP day, right? On Thursday, we are not meeting live. We're meeting live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday we will have a break and then come back on Friday for the Q&A. But you really want to make sure that you get the VIP package success kit because in there you actually are going to be able to get one-on-one time with me, right? Not one-on-one, but one to group, right? Time with me. I literally, everyone who shows up to the Zoom, I spend time with you and you leave this challenge with your framework of what your challenge is going to be about, right? How you're going to overcome. Would you like, you literally are just going to have to show up. You could possibly even take what we give you and put it on some slides like this, to be real with you, for your challenge. I didn't have that. Day 4, promotion, right? How are you going to promote these things? Whose platforms are you going to use? You know, I recommend that you get a partner while you're here inside of the community, connect with them so that you can be able to make sure that you have support and accountability, right? So that you can cross promote on each other's platforms. And then day 5, what is your show up strategy going to be like, right? How are you going to show up, deliver, and make sure that you get people into your course, right? So that is pretty much, you know, the full days, right? How are you going to show up? And then you're going to combine everything and pull it all together, right? You're also going to give a clear, distinct direction of where you want people to go from your challenge, right? So that is the purpose for that. Now, I do want to take time out and say who this challenge is not for. This challenge is not for someone who has a limiting belief mindset, right? Who is like, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, there's nothing anyone can do to help you, right? Sometimes we may actually need a therapist, right? Before we actually hire a coach. And sis, that's okay. There might be some things, some mental blocks that you need to work through before you take it to this level and begin to invest your time for something like this, okay? This also is not for product-based businesses, right? This challenge in particular is not for product-based businesses. Now, we're not going to be addressing anything product-based at all. But if you have a framework, right, a system framework, and you want to, then that's pretty much that can be, you know, turned into an offer that can be digital, right? That's something that we can definitely do. Because some, say for instance, we have some service-based providers that likes to send gifts with their stuff, right? So that can be a little bit different. But this is really more so for the service-based provider, coach, or consultant who is looking to launch a digital course. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions. Like I said, I want you to just go ahead and drop your questions below. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end this live, and I'm going to take the time out to respond with the questions on the actual post. Okay, so give me until this evening, and I will make sure that I complete all of your questions that you have If there's anything in particular that you really, really want me to cover during this challenge, go ahead and drop that in the chat. Like if there's something very specific that you want me to, like last time, there was someone who was like, you know what, I need help with pricing, or I need help with this or that, right? And we ended up tying it into the challenge. So feel free to ask your questions below. Again, make sure that you are purchasing the success kit so that you can be a VIP inside of our VIP room every night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we will actually be diving into and answering all the questions that you have for your challenge. All right. It doesn't make sense for you to show up and get half of what you need. If you're going to be here, sis, be here all the way. And it's okay if you can't be here every night. If you purchase the success kit, you will also be able to get the replays. The only way, and if you were at the last challenge, I didn't give away no replays. Only way you got the replays is if you join the coaches lounge. That's the only way you got the replays. This time we're actually giving you the replays in the success kit, which is why it's a little bit more, because you're actually going to have the videos to go back on, work on. You're also going to have the Q&A videos where we're actually going to go over, and you'll be able to take that content and for you to map out what your challenge is going to be about. Okay. Thank you all for being here. I super appreciate your time. I do not take it lightly. Let's keep it short, sweet, and simple each day. Make sure you do your assignments and then show up each night for the challenge. And again, if you have not gotten your success kit, please make sure you do so. If you registered and included your phone number, you will actually have a text message link that is sent out to you, reminding you to get your success kit. If you haven't already gotten that text message, it is coming. So just go ahead and make sure. And yeah, bye for now. Love you all and have a good one.